You know, the first time I started becoming aware of eternal life, I was listening to Pastor Chris many years ago. And he said something. He said he had an injury on his hand. And he looked at it. And he said, no, my body should not be injured. And he said, he commanded what was caught. He said, close up. And instantly the body closed up. Instantly the body closed up. And when he started winning souls, you know, he was young, but he was learning some very dangerous truths. Very dangerous that you can't teach publicly. And so when he met the likes of Reverend Tom, he said, he told Reverend Tom, I can cut my body and grow it back. And Reverend Tom said, then you must be a witch. And he said, yes, I'm a higher witch. Because I'm superior to a witch. He said, a witch is a kindergarten. A witch has a miniature life. He said, I have a superior life to a witch. I'm bigger than a witch. And he told Reverend Tom, he said, look, he cut his hand. The first thing is that he suspended pain. He was able to, you know, the eternal life is a superior life, so it dominates the physical life. So he suspended pains in his hand and cut the hand. And when the hand was cut, he now commanded the hand to seal up. And the hand sealed up. When you see these men follow these guys, it's not manipulation. No. They have seen things you can't say in the public. And Reverend Tom went home and said, if what this man said is true, I must try it. And he too cut his hand and told his hand to grow up. And the hand grew up. From that day, he started following, never to turn back. You are the one who thinks for somebody to follow you, you need to manipulate it. If you start living as a wonder, your whole world will gather under you. The whole world will gather around you. You don't need manipulation. Just become your reality. When I heard that story, something came alive in me. Because my spirit knows this is true. Because if Christianity is the life of God, then we should live like God. Because my son that I just gave birth to 1 year, 2 months ago, every day he's becoming more like me. He is not growing to become like a baboon. He is growing to become like me. So if I have the life of God, the more I grow, the more God I should become. Not godly, the more God. People don't. Christianity has been watered down. Watered down. That's why few people will find this truth. They will now become champions. And 1 million people will gather around them. They will be demonstrating God. You are supposed to be a theater that reveals God. When people want to see God, it's either they are reading the Bible or they are looking at Christians. We are supposed to be a theater that showcases God. Because when we grow, we don't grow in height. We grow in reality. Eternal life dominates you so much that everything that comes out of you is God. Paul knew this. And Paul came to a point where even the sweat that was coming from Paul's body, Paul knew there was power on it. That was why Paul sent his handkerchief. Anything that leaves you carries God's DNA. If you carry my sweat to the lab, you will trace my DNA to it. And so if I have the life of God, then everything that comes out of me must carry God. This is Christianity, but it has not been taught. Eternal life.